Congratulations, Drake. You just gave Joe Budden content on his podcast for the next 3 episodes. Like, you bit the bait, my boy. You bit the bait, bro. Like, Joe Budden do this for a living. But let's get right into it. Let's break it down. If you don't know what Joe Budden had to say about Drake, let's get to that now.
Yeah, I just think I miss the Drake that was rapping for the rappers. I miss the Drake that when he dropped, the rappers hit him. Not these little f***ing kids. I don't give a f*** about you and Kai Cenat. That's gonna sound like hate.
It is.
It's not hate.
It's not hate.
It is. It's not hate.
Go find some niggas your f***ing age. Hang out with them. Get some of that sauce.
That's not what keeps you. No, that's not what keeps you popping.
Older niggas
These
music.
kids.
That's not what keep you popping. And if that's the game he playing, I gotta play this game.
All the
to stay
older
poppin'.
niggas streaming music and buying it, Joe? No.
Dog,
All niggas listen to old school shit.
All that shit y'all saying for me applies to the field. I have long before called this nigga the golden child. Different set of rules apply.
Correct.
He's him. He is not one of them that y'all telling me about. I don't hold him there.
Dog, this album is gonna be the most streamed album in Spotify history. Why?
When you that,
even if it ain't good.
When you that type of golden, you got the glow. You feel it when you got that glow. When you that, you ain't nigga. You walking in with the glow. I do what I want, and that's what's gonna be popping. Whatever I want is gonna be popping.
So where's the motivation then? With what you just said, where's the motivation? Great point. If I could do whatever I want to do, and it's gonna pop, it's gonna be number one, it's gonna do all of this. Where is the motivation?
That wasn't what I was saying, but that was the double.
I'm an anti.
But wait, that's not.
Okay, so Joe Budden had this to say about Drake's album after listening, right? Basically what he said was, bruh, it's little kid music, it's cha-cha slide music. He wasn't really feeling it. He said he think that Drake should grow up and make music for the adults. Me personally, I don't think that was a crazy critique. Like, that wasn't a crazy critique from Joe Budden, but at the same time, Drake is like 900,000 times way more successful at music than Joe Budden. So it's like, yeah, Joe Budden, Drake could look at you like, that's your opinion, but I'm way more successful than you ever been at music. You know what I mean? Cool, right? So Drake could say that. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Drake decided to be extra, super extra light-skinned and respond. But not just respond with a couple words. The nigga wrote a Bible chapter, like Book of Moses. Like, the nigga went off and wrote, like, the Third Testament. You know what I'm saying? You know how it's the New Testament of the Bible? He wrote, like, the Third Testament. You know what I'm saying? This is what Drake had to say, my nigga. Drake says, Joe Budden, you have failed at music. You left it behind to do what you're doing in this clip. Cause this is what you actually pay your bills from. For any artist watching this, just remember, you are watching a failure give their opinions on his idea of a recipe for success. A quitter give up their opinion on how to achieve longevity. You switch careers because the things that pop into your brain had you broke, living check to check. The way he spelled check is crazy. Like, you could tell Drake a foreigner. Nigga spelled check with a Q. And the raps you write had 450 men showing up to your shows in Dusty and Nietzsche jeans to screw up their face to Mew Music 29 and pretend you are the GOAT. Like, bro, the fact that you know his album name, Mood Music, is crazy. Like, just say you was a fan. Like, you might have been a fan of Joe Budden at one point, Drake, the way you talking. You know a lot about this man and how many people showed up to his shows. You might have been one of them. Please, to any artist that's doing what they feel is right, don't let these opinions affect your mindset. After the fact, this guy is the poster child of frustration and surrendering. You retired. We never hung up your jersey. Now that's crazy. You retired and we never hung up your jersey? Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Drake, that's bars. You could put that in the song. We never hung up your jersey. Wait, you retired, we never hung up your jersey. We don't even remember your number. That's crazy. We know you for doing this. You withdrew from rap, not because you accomplished all you needed to. It's because it wasn't working for you. I never want anybody in this generation to think that the whole everybody is entitled to their opinion is a real thing. This is a man projecting his own self-hate. The fact that I did it and continue to do everything he wanted to do for himself. If you need to put this in the simpler terms, I own a 767. He owns a modest house in the 937 and flies first class on special occasions. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. Drake just wrote a whole book to basically say I'm super rich. And yeah, Joe Budden is rich, but not as rich as me. Like basically he said, yeah, Kanye got a big pool, but my pool is bigger. Like basically, that's what he just said. Like my pool just bigger, what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you ask me, but I'm not gonna lie. Does this make Joe Budden look bad or does this make Drake look bad? Like, we all know that Joe Budden was never the greatest rapper. Like, we knew that. You didn't teach us no new facts. But Joe Budden does have one of the top podcasts out here. He is one of the most biggest voices out here in the hip-hop community. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe he's not the best rapper, which he stopped trying to be, but he is doing very well for himself in his hip-hop game. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta give that to him. But I guess, Drake, if that make you feel better that you own a 767, you know what I'm saying? You do own a jet. You is flying around in a jet while Joe Budden is flying first class on occasion. So I guess if that make you feel better about life, it is what it is. But I mean, hey, you rap for a career. Joe Budden now talks about rappers for a career. Which one is easier? Which one makes more sense? Which one is gonna last a lifetime? Who can probably be doing this for the next 10 to 20 years? Who probably gonna have to stop in the next 10 to 20 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, talking about rap is a career with longevity. Being an actual rapper is a career that usually only spans about 5 years. Drake has proved that he can surpass the 10-year mark, even 15-year mark. But he probably not gonna do this for another 20. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, it is what it is, man, yeah. Drake, you a rapper, you made a buku amount of money off rap. Joe Budden is making a buku amount of money off of talking about rap. It is what it is. Jimmy Gang, I'm gone. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, does this make Drake look extra light-skinned? Like, or is you rocking with Drake? Like, nah, he said what needed to be said. Like, it is. Like, Joe Budden be hating. If a nigga hating, call him Joe Budden. We knew that already. Like, we already know Joe Budden a hater. Like, I mean, like I said, I ain't really getting nothing new from this, but this video is for y'all, my boys. I'll see y'all in the next one. Let me know what y'all thought about this. I'm gone.